Ahead of the 30th November launch by His Excellency President William Ruto of the Hustlers Fund Kitty, CS Chelugui has today met the media and briefed them on the details and deliverables of the kitty. The Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises SMEs Development, Simon Chelugui, today outlined details of much hyped 50 billion shillings Hustler Fund Kitty reminiscent of the burdensome mobile loans.
The Ministry of Cooperatives, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development established a technical committee to plan, design and implement the fund's products that will make the election pledge a reality.
Unlike the existing government-owned Gvt Fund, which is interest-free targeting women, youth and persons with disabilities, Hustler Fund Kitty will attract an 8% interest rate repayable 14 days calculated on a pro rata or on a daily basis. Also, for Hustler Fund, the accessible amount is a minimum of 500 and a maximum of 50,000 shillings.
The Hustler Fund will lend to businesses at 8% a year, the lowest interest ever charged in Kenya. As a result, citizens will be able to start or boost their assets without being crushed by predatory lenders, shylocks, and over-the-roof interest rates.
On the other, for Gvt Fund, the minimum qualifying amount is 50,000 shillings and 500,000 shillings is the maximum accessible amount. November 30th, 2022 is the slated date for the official launch of the Hustler Kitty by President William Ruto. The CS said his ministry has established a technical committee to plan, design and implement the fund's products to fit the campaign period promises following yesterday's publishing of the regulations that will govern the fund by the National Treasury after a rigorous public participation process that ended a few days ago. The kitty will be disbursed using existing mobile service providers with no intermediaries for the individual loans.
The finance will be assessed on our mobile network or our mobile numbers.
A fully government credit funding initiative set to be launched in 4 phases, starting with the personal finance and subsequently followed by micro loan, SMEs loan and finally startups loan. A 5% of the amount goes to savings scheme, where the money earns interest every single time one borrows with a policy for every 2 shillings saved. The government adds 1 more.
We wish to inform the public to disregard all forms of communication inviting them to register for the fund on website or phone numbers. No registration is required, and all that will be required is to dial a code.
Chelugui said the funds will be disbursed across through the already existing over 361 SACCO platforms. He said funding is primarily a government intervention to be supported solely by the national budget as it seeks to catalyze and use credit scores unlike the previous listing on the Credit Reference Bureau CRB that have further left customers poorer.
The second product, which is micro loan and SME loan and startups, we will work with the intermediaries, the banks, the SACCOs, the MFI, the chamas, and all forms of associations and collectives to deliver the Hustler Fund.
The fund is set to become active once the president launched it on November 30th, as the CS asked public to desist from alleged rumors being circulated that the loan defaulters will be fined up to 10 million shillings.
Penalties outlined in the regulations, which is the normal PFM regulations, target fund officials who may embezzle or misappropriate or misapply the funds. It also targets those who may create fake websites and links and mislead members of the public to lying to them and ending up defrauding them. This is where the penalty applies.
Stanley Lugaria, the informer, uncovering the truth.